now walking. Yes, sure. Okay, I will start in the beginning where Sean approached me, taking over the company, and we had a massive problem as far as the boiler is concerned, which is part of our top cost as far as money is concerned. So we sat down together and we decided that we've got to do away with the old boiler. It was a 10-ton boiler, and I had no controls on there, no modulating. I had no pressure as far as my in-feed to my oil is concerned. The ring main was very low on pressure as well as temperature. So what we decided was that we decided that we have to change the boiler. It's a matter of time that we can keep the old boiler going, because it was leaking like anything as well. I had to replace tubes, second to none, and water. I had to actually open the door, which was very dangerous, no safety whatsoever. I had to open the door to run the boiler. Water was gushing out while the boiler was running, which is not, it's a safety hazard. So we sat together, myself, Sean and Fabrizio, we sat together and we decided we have to change. Because now we're throwing 10 Rand notes down the drain, and we cannot go forward like that. If we want to make a success together, we have to change. So capital outlay, I got in a couple of suppliers as far as boilers and burners is concerned, right? And I sat them down, and out of all the suppliers, I chose Combustion Technology, okay? Because the way Combustion came across to me gave me confidence in where I want to go with the boiler, okay? Because my aim at the end of the day was to save at least 30% of oil per day according to the production required, and Grant gave me the right answers with Sean. At our meeting, we had a couple of meetings as far as that's concerned. So that gave me the confidence that Combustion was the correct partner to deal with. You understand? Because the other guys came across, not that I'm pointing finger at anybody, just the other guys didn't come across to give me the confidence where I want to go, and of course with Tomotex and Sean, okay, together going forward. So we decided Combustion is the right people to support us, right? Now that leads me to the next point as far as the installation of the boilers concerned, right? We had to first get the old boiler out and install the new boiler with all the parts that arrived as far as the equipment is concerned. And I must say that the colleagues of Combustion Technology, without Grant, okay, they were super as far as my request is concerned on a day-to-day basis as far as the installation is concerned. Because they continuously ask me what do I want, because I've got to be satisfied at the end of the day, because I've got a goal that I've got to meet with Sean as far as Tomotex is concerned, as far as saving fuel, because that's one of our biggest accounts, and of course the quality of the steam, because a lot of our machines were suffering with the old boiler, a lot of wet steam, okay? So my steam is a lot drier as it now with the new boiler. Okay, as far as the installation is concerned, yes, there was a couple of hiccups, but we sorted it out together with the guys as far as Combustion Technology is concerned. I'm not going to name any names, but they will know who I'm talking about, okay? Right? So as far as the startup and the firing of the new boiler, that was also a bit of a challenge for me, because this is now a new toy which I've got to play with and I've got to get to know. I didn't have all these bells and whistles before, but now I've got a lot of equipment that I can control, and I can see, I can visually check every day what is actually taking place and going wrong. We've been running the new boiler now for about the middle of January, about the 20th of January to date, where we only run every second week. We've got 1 week maintenance and 1 week we run the boiler. We've had occasions where we've run it for 2 weeks in a row, which hasn't been a problem. And since I started the boiler, my goal was to save at least, like I said in the beginning, 30% on fuel saving as far as the new boiler is concerned. You see, what I also do every day is I do a calculation. I check the boilers every day. I've got record. I've got record of what takes place every 24 hours as far as water consumption, oil consumption, and the steam produced. So I know exactly where I am with this boiler and where I've been coming from the old boiler. You see, at the moment, I can quantify that I am saving around about 30% on oil, because at the moment, I just did a calculation this week, starting up on Monday, till this morning 7 o'clock. I'm doing around about 14.5 kilos of steam per liter of oil, whereas the old boiler was only giving me around about 11. So you can already see the difference just before those two calculations is concerned. Now, you see, I'm a person, I don't just leave it there. I want to get more. So what I've done, and I spoke to Sean and we decided as well, that at the moment I've got a 275 kilo nozzle in this boiler. So I want to still improve on that. You see, because I watch the readout on that on the Autoflame continuously, and I'm not there where I'm supposed to be as far as the boiler running continuously is concerned. So what I've done now, and we have arranged that already, we have bought another nozzle, which I've told the guys I want to go 20% smaller, because I've got a 275 at the moment, so I'm going to a 225. In that way, I will not have the boiler stopping as much as what it is stopping now, okay? Because at the moment, depends on the demand of steam. I've got the boiler running for more than 8 hours continuously. I've had it more than 8 hours, up to 9 hours, which is very good as far as I'm concerned, right? But now I still want to improve on that. So going to the 225 will take it even longer, because now the high fire where my boiler's cutting off at 8 bar will not reach so quickly, you see, to cut off. Actually, to modulate, I want to modulate around about 7 bar continuously. In that way, the boiler will not switch off, because then we're saving a lot more money, because every time a boiler switches off and on, it's costing money. So you want it to run continuously